Hello, my name is Cyrus Sariaslani, and I am here today to talk to you guys about Lean Six Sigma, which is a project management methodology that I have been assigned to talk about in today's discussion. Starting with Lean Six Sigma, it's a little bit of a mouthful. Uh, Lean Six Sigma is made up of two components, mainly that being Lean and Six Sigma. Lean is mainly about making processes more simple and more streamlined in order to make more gains in efficiency. Um, it is all about minimizing delays and errors and waste uh, so that products in your, uh, well, back in the day, assembly line uh, would be quicker to come out and quicker and easier to produce in general. Um, Generally, Lean Six Sigma works by taking out unnecessary steps in a sort of production line. So it operates in a way that it tries to condense some smaller steps into uh, one cohesive sort of um, track, so that so that you can make your product faster and, of course, more efficiently, and improve on the time and resources that it takes to um, create that product. So overall, uh, Lean from the Lean Six Sigma is all about efficiency and speed. Six Sigma is mainly, on the other hand, about quality. So with Six Sigma, the general approach to it, or the general goal of this methodology, is trying to obtain not necessarily the highest amount of quality in a product, but obtaining a way to have less variation in quality when creating a product. And so there will be less differences, and it will be a more stable output for the company as far as quality is concerned. So in contrast with Lean, which is more about efficiency and speed, Six Sigma is about consistency. And so of course, when putting those two together, um, the end goal is to have a generally good quality product or service, as I should say, that is both fast and efficient to produce or spread, and also has good quality that does not fluctuate with whatever order you are making or service you're providing. uh, Lean Six Sigma has been used in many different places. Generally, especially Lean was used a lot back in the day with factory lines in order to cut down on different hardware and resources that were required at different points in the assembly line to, in the end, create a product. So, moving into modern day companies, Lean Six Sigma can be found in Amazon, Uber, and places like 3M, where they're sort of trying to streamline their processes and their services more than just creating a end product for a user. So, for example, with Amazon, they had started with a uh, standard shipping uh, for each of their products, and in order to make this process a little more lean, they introduced Amazon Prime, which gave you 2 day shipping, and to make it even more lean, they had moved into making warehouses around the U.S. so that if you were living um, in a certain area in the U.S., um, you could even have one-day shipping, which is extremely nice to have sometimes. Um, some of the disadvantages when using Lean Six Sigma, even though it is very nice to have, especially as a consumer, um, it does take some of the creativity out of different processes and out of different services. So this mainly stems from Lean being the kind of methodology that it is, and having to take out certain steps and have a very fixed and set way of doing things so that um, each and every product comes out a certain way and at a certain time with a certain quality. So there is no room for interpretation. It's by the book, you get it done, and you get um, the product that you are trying to create in a very efficient and very quality controlled way. And one of the last uh, drawbacks with Lean Six Sigma is that it's expensive, especially for small businesses. Having to update your infrastructure and your assembly and have set procedures for different services or products that you are trying to make in your business or with your project, um, it will start to become expensive, as you will have to, while you will in the end be using less resources, it could end up using resources that are potentially more expensive, as that is usually how things go. As you let's say you were in a factory and you had a robot that did one specific task, and you wanted to sort of shave down that assembly line, and so you bought more robots that could do more tasks, and of course that's going to rack up the price. So especially for small businesses, this is definitely a very costly thing to try and implement. So personally for me, depending on the scenario, I would definitely not like to, or I would or would not like to implement or use Lean Six Sigma. Um, if I were to have started a small business, which is something that I do take interest in, probably taking in some point in my life, um, I more than likely would not use this as a tried and true methodology, since it is very costly. And being a small business, I think you can actually benefit from having sort of creativity and being able to think outside the box and take some risks. So um, yeah, so for me, I would not be using Lean Six Sigma. But yeah, so that's all that I have to say about Lean Six Sigma. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you very much.